Hello again, everyone. We've been working on our basic GIMP tutorials. We've learned a few things over the past few lessons. We've learned how to add layers with our new layer tab. We've learned how to add dialog boxes with our dockable dialogs window. We've learned how to adjust our color palette, paint straight lines with our paintbrush tool, and paint simple selections with some selection tools. In this tutorial, I want to show you very quickly how to make this 3D box. So let's get started on that. So we're going to go File, New, create a new document. Remember, we don't want to work on our background, but we can add color in that background. So let's go ahead and add that green color. I'm going to use my bucket fill foreground color. Now I'm going to add a layer called Box 1 to hold the front side of my box. And let's add a couple of guides to help us line up the box. Guide 1, Guide 2, we'll put that at 300, and Guide 3 for the top of the box, we'll put that at 200. Now let's use our rectangle select tool. Come in here and make the face of our box. There we go. Now we'll pick a light brown color to go in that front face of the box. Choose our bucket fill and make sure you're selecting box 1. Now let's add a second layer. We'll call this layer box 2, and box 2 will hold the top of our box. Again, we want to make sure it's set to transparency. And there's the selection for the top of our box. Now we have to make it look 3D, so we're going to use a transform tool. We're going to use the transform tools are located up here. We're going to use the shear tool, and we want to make sure we're shearing the selection, and we'll shear magnitude -70 on the x-axis. And there's our shear. We'll move that selection over. And pick box 2 and pick a slightly darker shade of brown for the top of our box. Pick our bucket fill tool and drop in the darker shade of brown. Now for the third side of our box, let's add box 3. Pick our rectangle select tool. We may want to add a third guide so that we have the correct width for the third side of our box. Make sure we have the correct height. We'll shear one more time. This time we're going to shear the magnitude of y. Do a little fine tune. Shear just a little bit more. And pick our third color. And there's our box.